Welcome back to Facetious Finance, the only channel that treats your bank account like a crime scene. Because, frankly, it is one. If you're new here, we take confusing, sometimes depressing finance topics and translate them into something you'll actually finish watching. Possibly while laughing. Possibly while wincing in recognition. No stuffy suits, no 17-slide PowerPoints, no guy in front of a Lamborghini he's definitely leasing. Today, we're doing a full anatomy class on the 10 money traps that are quietly, professionally, almost lovingly designed to keep you broke. Not through one big dramatic mistake, but through 1,000 tiny, forgettable ones. By the end of this video, you're going to recognize at least 3 of these happening in your own life right now. Possibly 4. Stay for the 4th one. It's a doozy. You just got paid. For about 6 beautiful hours, you were rich. Then rent happened. Then your subscription to an app you forgot you had happened. Then a candle. You bought a $34 candle, and deep down you know it smelled like clean linen. Which is not a smell. It's a lie. Stores tell you. And now it's day 4, and you're eating rice again. Wondering where all your money went. Spoiler, it didn't go anywhere. It walked directly into a trap you were led into on purpose. Trap number 1, lifestyle inflation. This is the trap where you get a raise, and instead of your bank account getting bigger, your problems just get more expensive. You used to be stressed about a $9 lunch. Now you're stressed about a $19 lunch because you deserve nicer things now. Congratulations, you've been promoted from economy broke to premium broke. Same seat, slightly better snacks, still not landing anywhere near financial freedom. Here's the sneaky part. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel like a mistake while it's happening. It feels like success. New apartment, nicer car, better restaurants. Every purchase feels like proof you're doing better. But if your spending grows exactly as fast as your income, you are mathematically in the same position you started in, just with a nicer view of the same cliff edge. Trap number 2, the subscription creep. Quick pop quiz. How many subscriptions are currently draining your account right now? Go on, guess. Now go check your bank statement. Were you right? Nobody is ever right. There's always a mystery $4.99 charge from an app you downloaded during a pandemic-era existential crisis, a meditation app you opened exactly once, and a streaming service you signed up for to watch one show and have since forgotten exists, like a financial ex you never officially broke up with. Subscriptions are brilliant from a business perspective, precisely because they're designed to be forgettable. A single $60 purchase feels big enough to notice. A $6.99 monthly charge is small enough to never notice, forever, which is exactly the point. 12 invisible little charges can quietly add up to a very visible vacation you never got to take. Trap number 3, treat yourself culture. Look, treating yourself occasionally is healthy. Humans need small joys. This isn't a monastery. The trap is when treat yourself becomes the default explanation for every single purchase, applied so liberally it stops meaning anything at all. Rough Monday? Treat yourself. Great Friday? Also treat yourself. You earned it. Wednesday? Statistically, it's probably also a treat yourself day. Social media has turned self-care into a retail category, and marketers figured out that guilt-free spending sells extremely well when it's rebranded as self-love. The real trick they don't want you to notice? The treat rarely provides lasting satisfaction, but it reliably provides a receipt. If I deserve this is the justification for more than one purchase a week, that's not self-care. That's a coping mechanism wearing a really cute outfit. Trap number 4, the minimum payment mindset. Credit card statements are a masterclass in psychological design, and the minimum payment option is the crown jewel. It's presented as a tiny, easy, responsible-looking number. Pay this and you're fine. What it doesn't advertise nearly as loudly is that paying only the minimum on a typical credit card balance can take years, sometimes over a decade, to pay off the same debt, while interest quietly compounds the entire time, like a very patient, very expensive house guest who never leaves. The minimum payment isn't there to help you get out of debt efficiently. It's there to keep you in a relationship with your debt for as long as legally, profitably possible. It's the financial equivalent of "it's not you, it's me" from a partner who has zero intention of actually breaking up. Trap number 5, the convenience tax. This is the invisible surcharge you pay every single time you choose easy over smart. Delivery fees, service fees, processing fees, a tip screen that appears for a coffee you poured yourself. Each one is tiny. Each one feels forgivable in isolation. It's just $3, you tell yourself, 40 separate times a month, which is somehow both true and also a lie your bank account can absolutely see through. Companies have gotten extremely good at pricing convenience just below the threshold of outrage. Cheap enough that fighting it feels petty, frequent enough that it adds up to real money. The convenience tax isn't charged by the government. It's charged by every app on your phone that made doing the slightly harder but cheaper thing feel like too much effort. Trap number 6, social comparison spending. This one's simple and brutal. You don't actually want the thing. You want to not feel behind. Someone in your feed gets a new car, a new kitchen, a trip to somewhere with suspiciously perfect lighting, and suddenly your perfectly fine life feels like it needs an urgent upgrade. This isn't a coincidence. It's the entire business model of social media, which profits from you feeling one scroll behind everyone else at all times. Here's the part nobody posts. The people you're comparing yourself to are very possibly financing that car, that trip, and that kitchen through methods that would make your accountant sit down very slowly. You're not comparing your real financial situation to their real financial situation. You're comparing your reality to their highlight reel. And highlight reels have never once, in the history of the internet, included a screenshot of anyone's credit card statement. Trap number 7, the "I'll save whatever's left" fallacy. This is the classic plan of pay bills, spend on whatever, and save whatever happens to survive at the end of the month. Statistically, spoiler alert, what survives at the end of the month is very often nothing. Because when saving is treated as the leftover, it will always lose to literally everything else that gets to go first. The people who actually build savings flip this order entirely. They save first, the moment money arrives, and then spend from what's left, even if it's a small, unglamorous amount to start with. It sounds like a tiny technicality, but it is genuinely one of the single highest leverage mindset shifts in personal finance, because it removes the decision from your future, tired, hungry, impulse-prone self, who, no offense, should not be trusted with financial decision-making at 11 p.m. on a Friday. Trap number 8, buy now, pay later. This one is the trap wearing the most convincing disguise, because it doesn't feel like debt. It feels like a discount. 4 easy payments, 0 interest. What it conveniently leaves out is that splitting one purchase into 4 payments makes it dramatically easier to justify buying things you couldn't actually afford in one lump sum, which is precisely the psychological permission slip that turns a single questionable purchase into 5 questionable purchases, stacked across 5 different apps, all due at slightly different times, forming a small monthly minefield of due dates. It's not that buy now, pay later is evil, it's that it's specifically engineered to make spending feel weightless in the moment. And weight has this rude habit of showing up eventually, usually all at once. Usually on a day you already forgot was a payment day. Trap number 9, the sunk cost spiral. This is when you keep throwing money at something specifically because you've already thrown money at it. The unused gym membership you refuse to cancel because I've already paid for 6 months, as if the previous 5 unused months are a compelling argument for a 6th. They are not. That money is already gone. It left the building. It is not coming back based on your loyalty to a decision your past self made under different, more optimistic circumstances. The sunk cost trap convinces you that quitting equals losing, when actually continuing to pay for something you don't use is the actual loss, repeating itself monthly on autopilot, while your past self silently watches from the shadows going, "Don't look at me, that's your call now." Trap number 10, and arguably the sneakiest one, financial avoidance, also known affectionately as money ostrich syndrome, the noble art of simply not looking at your bank balance, on the theory that if you don't check it, it can't hurt you, in the same way that closing your eyes during a scary movie means the monster genuinely cannot see you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Avoidance doesn't pause your financial reality. It just removes your ability to respond to it in time. Every fee, every overdraft, every slowly compounding problem keeps compounding, whether or not you're watching it happen. The single most powerful, least glamorous financial habit available to any human being is simply looking, checking the number, however scary, on a regular schedule. Because you cannot fix what you've been too afraid to look at. And fear, unlike your candle collection, has never once paid down a single dollar of debt. So let's run it back, real quick. Lifestyle inflation, subscription creep, treat yourself culture, minimum payment mindset, the convenience tax, social comparison spending, the "I'll save what's left" fallacy. Buy now, pay later, the sunk cost spiral, and money ostrich syndrome. 10 traps. If you counted 0 of these happening in your life, either you are a financial saint who should be teaching this course instead of watching it, or more likely, you weren't being fully honest with yourself during at least one of these. And that's okay. That's genuinely the entire point of this video. Awareness is step 1. You cannot out-budget a trap you don't know you're standing in. If this video made you wince even once, good. That was the plan. Uncomfortable clarity beats comfortable confusion every single time your bank account is involved. Drop a comment telling us which trap called you out the hardest. We read every single one, and the most relatable, read most devastating, answer might just become its own video. If you haven't already, go watch our first episode on get-rich-quick schemes right after this. Think of these 2 videos as a matched set. One on the flashy scams trying to take your money fast, and this one on the quiet traps trying to take it slow. Subscribe if you want more finance content that actually respects your time and your sense of humor. Hit the bell so you don't miss next week's episode, and until then, this has been Facetious Finance. Go check your bank balance. We believe in you. Mostly.